before we get into more stuff, more in depth, I do have a quiz for you.
Nice.
So, a couple episodes ago when you were on, you did say something like, if I ever get less than half, then I will do blank. And we didn't finish the thought.
The day you invite me on and I fail more questions than I answer correctly, that'll be a problem.
And I brought that up last time you were on, but it didn't matter because you did pretty well on the test. But I came up with a pretty good, not so much punishment, but something that I would want you to do if you do poorly on this quiz.
This is the price I pay for my hubris.
Yeah, so it shouldn't be too bad, but if you get less than half, well, what did we say? Was it less than, if it's half or less than half?
Less than half.
Okay, so I have 8 questions. If you get 3 or less, then, I would expect you to change your Twitter handle for a week to listen to the Society Show. Is that a reasonable punishment? Okay. Okay, and before we get into the quiz, have you ever watched X-Files?
Yes.
Okay, so this one might not be too hard for you, but I think it's a pretty fun one. It's is it a Monster of the Week villain on X-Files, or is it a Cold War era spy? How does that sound?
Monster of the Week.
Okay, so I will read a name, and it will either be a villain on X-Files.
Wait. If it's either going to be... So wait, it's going to be a real Cold War era spy in history versus the X-Files?
An X-Files villain, yep.
Got it. All right, hit me with it.
Okay, so number 1, Eugene Victor Toombs. Is that X-Files or a spy?
Oh no, this is going to be so bad. I'm going to lose. I'm going to say a spy.
That is incorrect.
Oh, one hit. Okay.
Yeah, he appears on a couple episodes from the first season. He is a mutant whose body is highly flexible and can squeeze through tiny spaces.
Okay, cool. They had a Terminator alien on X-Files.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay, so number 2, Aldrich Ames.
I'm gonna go spy again.
That is correct. He was a CIA officer turned KGB double agent. He was convicted of espionage in 1994.
Sounds kind of sick.
Yeah, well, I will say one thing I learned researching this quiz is you expect these double agents to be cool, they're really committed to a cause or really morally upstanding or something, but no, usually the upstanding people become whistleblowers and the double agents are just greedy assholes who want money and will do anything for it.
They happen to be at the right place at the right time. But who's writing these reports about, it's easy to say in retrospect that the good people were the whistleblowers.
True, yeah. Well, yeah, I guess I'm thinking of I don't know, John Kiriakou, the CIA whistleblower, who exposed the torture at Guantanamo. That's a little more valiant than getting a bunch.
That's a good point.
Yeah. Than basically getting paid millions to expose agents in another country. But
the other one's so much sexier and makes for better tell-all books.
Yes, absolutely. So you are 1 for 1. Number 3, Donald Heathfield.
Well, that's X-Files.
That is incorrect.
Wow, I was so confident.
Yeah, he was a former sleeper KGB agent. His real name was Andrei Bezrikov, and he was a spy with his wife who went by Tracy Foley. They were basically disguised as an American couple, but they were sleeper agents.
Excellent. Good stuff.
All right, so you're at 1 out of 3. Number 4, Commander Marcus Belt.
I'm going with X-Files.
Okay. That is correct.
Nice.
He was an astronaut who became possessed by a Martian while in space.
Classic.
And an interesting thing about that is that episode is considered the creator of X-Files' least favorite episode because it was way too similar to the Challenger explosion only a few years after it happened. And yeah, and the creator of X-Files was also like, we went a little overboard adding the possessed by Martian element. Like, it was way too busy of an episode. But there you have it.
Sounds like he could have been a KGB agent, this fella. The antagonist of this X-Files episode.
Yes. So you are 2 for 2. Number 5, we have Rhino Hayhanen.
Oh my gosh, that's a hard one. I'm gonna say that's too good of a name to be fictional. I'm gonna say that was an agent.
That is correct. He was a Soviet intelligence officer who defected to the United States.
Yes. All right, everything's on the line here. So I'm 3 and 2.
Yes, you are. So you are 3 out of 5. Number 6, Leonard Betts.
X-Files.
That is correct. Do you remember that episode?
No, but I thought it sounded like an alien trying to disguise himself as a human.
Well, he was actually not an alien, but he was like a EMT who ate tumors and was basically like the embodiment of cancer.
Sounds like a good one.
Yeah, and the interesting thing about his episode is it played right after the Super Bowl, so it is by far the most watched X-Files episode. So that puts you at 4 right, 2 wrong, correct?
I think, yeah. So I did it.
Yeah, well, there's still 2 more because at this rate, you could have a pretty high record, but we'll see if you get these 2.
All right, let's hear it. Lay it on me.
Clyde Bruckman.
Oh, can you repeat that name? Let's hear it again.
Clyde Bruckman.
It's a good name. This is tough. You know, I could really hear the Who Wants to Be a Billionaire music,
Yeah.
Coming down on me. I think I'm going to go with agent on this one. Final answer.
That is incorrect.
What?
He played a man who could see the future on X-Files. And the funny thing about that, he was played by the actor who played the dad on Everybody Loves Raymond.
I think I might remember that one.
It is a very well-regarded episode. A lot of X-Files fans consider it one of the best.
The only X-Files episodes I can think of off the top of my head are the one where, like, this one guy, all these, like, digital clocks and stuff are, like, telling this guy to kill himself. And another one that's, like, a later X-Files episode where they go to Mexico. But it's, like, I don't know. I like X-Files. Of course, it's great. But it certainly went on maybe a little longer than it should have. The whole formula with, like, Mulder and Scully, it's, like, You know, I know they have to have a person who's like doubting and in disbelief of this. They're like the audience surrogate in a way, but it's like after a certain amount of time, it's like, okay, she's seen so many aliens. How does she not believe this shit still?
Yeah, I'm watching it right now, and I'm in like towards the end of the fourth season, and like in the third season, it seemed like her character was kind of becoming more accepting of all of this stuff, and then they dialed it back down in the fourth season. But it's like at this point, she's been abducted, she had a computer implanted in her neck, she has cancer created by aliens, and she still is like poo-pooing all of these things.
See, that's stretching my suspension of disbelief too far.
Yes.
Still a great show. All right, let's hear the final question.
All right, so the last one. Otto von Bolschwing.
I feel like it's too obvious to say agent. I feel like it's trying to lead me in this direction. But yeah, I'm going to go with my gut, and I'm going to say agent.
That is correct.
Ah, yes. The gut never leads me astray.
Yeah, he was actually an agent with the Nazi SS's intelligence agency who later became a spy for the CIA.
Wait, did that one actually clinch it? Because I forget what the rule is. I was 5-3 though, right?
Yeah, you were 5-3, so I guess we were doing either way, you got it. So,
Congratulations to me.
Winner.
Yeah, you will not have to make your Twitter or your Twitter name listen to the Society Show for now.
I would say that I would just do it anyways, but I think we need to make sure it's an option in case I lose the next quiz.
Yeah, I'll make the next one a real stumper, I think.
This one was pretty hard.
Yeah, I like that. Good quiz and good job.
Good quiz, thank you.
Great job. Great job.